Hello folks, my name is Garvin and I read things and babble about them on the internet for your entertainment. And this is my first end of the year bonus video. I actually managed to make one. Woo! Now, as you're listening to this, I am on vacation until the 24th of January because doing the research, writing, voice work, and editing for weekly videos, look man, at some point you need a break. You just do. And this is mine. But I had some time before my vacation started, so I recorded this. Now, my original intention was to just release these videos to my patron supporters, but they voted to make this video accessible to everyone. So, if you enjoy it, please thank my Everwise supporters in the comments, and please be aware you can join those Everwise supporters for just $1 a month to cast votes like the one that brought you this video. There's a link in the description. With that said, let's turn to our subject. So usually I try to give you a well-researched and documented video on a topic where I include all the sources in the description, but today we're doing something a lot more subjective. I'm going to talk about my personal experience with trolls. Not that I ever met a mythical creature, just my experience with the idea of trolls, because I mean, listen, if I told you we were talking about dwarves or ogres or centaurs, you'd have a pretty set picture in your head of what those are. Trolls are just all over the place, man. Have you ever noticed that? Now, at some point, I do want to sit down and do a fully researched breakdown on this, but today I'm just going to talk about my experiences and how that led to my expectations and my idea of what a troll should be, and how that means when I see certain examples of trolls in media, I'm just sitting there going, I don't know what that is, but that is not a troll. So, I think for most of us, at least most of us with a European-American upbringing, our first experience with trolls is the Three Billy Goats Gruff. Now, if you don't know this story, it's the story of three billy goats who have to cross a bridge to get to where all the food is, and there's a mean troll that lives under the bridge, and the goats come in small, bigger, biggest. And when the small goat goes across, the troll jumps up and goes, I'm gonna eat you! And the little goat goes, oh, you don't want to eat me, I'm all skinny and stringy, you should eat my big brother. He's big, you know, he's got some meat on his bones. And the troll goes, good idea, get out of here. The second biggest goat jumps over, and the troll jumps up and goes, I'm gonna eat you! And the second goat goes, no, wrong goat. Listen, I'm skinny, alright? I'm still working on it. You want my big brother coming behind me. He's big, man. He's a full meal. That's what you want. And the troll's like, yeah, you're right. Get out of here. So, in comes the biggest and oldest goat, and the troll jumps up and goes, now I'm gonna eat you, and he proceeds to get his butt whooped by a billy goat. And the eldest billy goat not only whoops him, but drowns him, and then wanders off to have a nice meal of grass. So, this established for me that trolls were bridge-dwelling monsters with a taste for raw meat and a shocking vulnerability to full-grown male goats. And that was it until I saw a certain show on Nickelodeon, David the Gnome. Trolls are the gnome's main antagonist in a lot of ways, and they're bigger and they're stronger, but oh my gosh, they are so dumb. And they turn into stone in the sunlight, which is a shocking vulnerability. That said, these trolls are thinking, reasoning beings who have language and thoughts and feelings. Really dumb thoughts and feelings, but still. This was reinforced when I read The Hobbit in around the 4th grade. And the trolls from David and the Gnome and The Hobbit aren't that different, so I was able to just kind of link those together and keep rolling. On top of that, my school library had a number of Norse myth picture books that I really loved, and they showed trolls much the same way. Big, furry dudes with cow tails who were dangerous, but not very bright. Oh, these books were also where I ran into the myths of troll maids, but that's a completely different subject for a different time. Then in high school, like many a young nerd, I got into Dungeons and Dragons and other tabletop games. And that's where I first ran into the D&D troll. And they look like this. This looks nothing like the David the Gnome troll, nor do they act like the trolls from The Hobbit or Norse myth. So I was confused. I wasn't sure what this monster was, but my gut reaction was, this, sir, is not a troll. Now, I will note that there are other games that run with the D&D concept of a troll. For example, for those of you who played Warhammer Fantasy, if you've seen a Games Workshop troll, they look a lot like the D&D troll, and in the games, they act a lot like D&D trolls. So, it's pretty clear to me who Games Workshop was copying their troll from, and it wasn't what I was used to. My confusion was compounded when I saw how trolls in other games besides D&D and Games Workshop were treated. For example, one of my favorite tabletop RPGs is a game called Earth Dawn. Trolls are a playable race, and they look like this, which I think is an awesome look and way cooler than the D&D trolls. I mean, what the hell? Now, I would find out later that D&D trolls were inspired by a book called 3 Hearts and 3 Lions by Poul Anderson. I haven't gotten a chance to read that book, so I have no opinion on it yet. But even then, D&D trolls do not feel like trolls to me, because I think a troll should look more like the Earth Dawn troll or the David and the Gnome troll. And don't even get me started on the kind of trolls you find in movies like Frozen. I mean, what is going on here? Now, to bring us to a sort of conclusion here, I am going to go ahead and share that I have done some digging, and I found out that even in the original mythology, trolls were pretty variable, and each of the Scandinavian countries, or even regions within those countries, would have different ideas of what trolls look like, or what they did. So, I just had to make peace with the idea that there's not a singular troll archetype, but I'm gonna be honest, I still don't like the D&D troll. I said it, I meant it. I just don't like it, and I find it really out of step with the original concept of the troll, as much as there is an original concept. But that's just my opinion. So, tell you what do you guys think? What was your first encounter with the myth of the troll? When you think troll, what is the picture that pops into your head? Leave me a note in the comments. Let's have a holiday discussion about this, although I'm going to ask everyone to be civil with each other. Now, I will try to make one more bonus video, but this is going to come as I have time to make them, so wish me luck. I think this is a good note to wrap up on, so let me just say I hope everyone listening is having a happy holiday, or if you're listening to this after the holidays, I hope you're having a good day and a good time. I will be back at the latest on January 24th, but hopefully I make that second bonus video and I'm back before then. Either way, until next time, please take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and of course, keep reading!